Team Sleep, live from the stage, / Natalie Portman. Guitar tabs and guitar lesson. I'm going to play all the parts right at the beginning here. Afterwards, I'll go back through, give the full explanation for it. Please hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to let me know you like this video and you want to see more Team Sleep stuff. And now let's go for it. Okay, so we'll be in a standard tuning for this, and there's only kind of a little bit of variation between the two versions for the initial sections. Of course, the Natalie Portman version doesn't have like the big power chorded outro and all that stuff, but for both versions, it's just two chords bouncing between each other, basically an E to an A flat or G sharp, and the initial progression, or riff, I guess, it's pretty clean, and we're doing this voicing of the E here where we'll start with an open low E and then the 7 on the A. Kind of hit that, and this is all kind of loose, pretty, loose feel to it. So just kind of starting with those two notes, like the open low E, 7 on the A. Then we'll drop down and hit the 7A with the 6 on the D a couple times. All right, then just do a quick 9 on the A to the 6 on the D. And then we'll just land at basically an E power chord here. The 7A, 9 on the D with the open low E. Just strum it out a few times. All right, and then just kind of pick the 9D off, back off to that 6 on the D, and then hit the 7A with it. So we went. We just kind of slide it down from there, and then just basically hit the A flat power chord at the 4E with the 6 on the A and D, and just kind of strum that out. Just right on tempo there, no big deal. And just loop that throughout the whole intro there for this first guitar. And the second guitar over the top of it is kind of just doing some, light atmospheric, like little melodic notes here. Initially it just does this real sustained E note, so you can do that here at like the 5 on the B, just holding it, and then we just drop it down a fret for the E flat. All right, and then we kind of get a little bit more of like a chorused, cleaner guitar, I guess, and it does similar notes here. We just do the 5 to 4. All right, and then we can do a little something where we go 5, 4, B to the 4 on the E. All right, and then a little something where we do 5 to 4, and then drop down 2, back to 4 on the B. And just basically playing around with those little notes as the first guitar is doing its thing. All right, and during the live from the stage version, now we get the big power chorded outro where everything gets really big and rocking. It just kind of basically changes dynamics with the two chords, the E to E flat, or sorry, E to A flat. And initially we do something like, just strum, strum, hold it, strum, strum, repeat it. And then just move to the A flat at the 4 with the 6s and do kind of the same thing. And at the end of this, maybe you can give it a little like bend on the 5 of the G, just part of that major chord there. Just give it a little bend and release. And the next dynamic, I guess we basically just strumming it out like eighth note style and just going between the two chords, the E power chord to the A flat power chord. All right. Now once we get closer to, say, the outro, we get this scaling up of a power chord over the top of that E bass note. Just a real quick little up and back down. Kind of start at that E power chord with the low E, the 7, A, and the 9 on the D and G. Just hit that, strum it up, slide it up to the 9 and 11s on the A with the D and G. Okay, hit that and slide it up to 14 and 16s. Strum that out a couple times, strum it down to the 11 and 13s. Okay, something like that. And then just land a straight up, just A flat power chords again. And just, kind of strum that out, eighth note style. And for the ending, we can do this, strumming of, eighth note style, and then at the end of each strum, we kind of just get to like the major part of the chord here, and just for the E, just hit that 1 on the G, give it a little bend and release. And if you don't like that, you can just do it at the 6 on the D. It's up to you. All right, and then kind of this deal we've seen before at the A flat, strumming that power chord out, and then, giving it the bend on the G at the 5.